The Psychology of Success, Think Like High Achievers. Chapter 1, Understanding the Success Mindset. Success is not an accident. It is the result of specific mental habits, beliefs, and behaviors that can be learned and developed. The most successful people in the world share certain psychological traits that distinguish them from those who struggle. Understanding these traits is the first step toward developing your own success mindset. A success mindset is characterized by several key beliefs. First, successful people believe that their abilities can be developed through effort and learning. This is what Dr. Carol Dweck calls a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities, effort as the path to mastery, and failure as feedback. Second, successful people have a strong sense of self-efficacy, which is the belief in your ability to succeed in specific situations. Psychologist Albert Bandura found that self-efficacy is one of the most powerful predictors of performance. People with high self-efficacy set more challenging goals and persist longer in the face of difficulties. Third, successful people are optimistic but realistic. They maintain a positive outlook while also being honest about the challenges they face. This combination allows them to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Consider the story of Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. Before creating Spanx, Blakely was selling fax machines door to door. She had no business experience, no fashion industry connections, and no money. But she believed in herself and her product. Today, she is a billionaire. Blakely credits her father with teaching her to embrace failure by asking her and her brother at the dinner table, "What did you fail at today?" This reframed failure from something shameful to something to be celebrated. The psychology of success is not just about positive thinking. It is about developing a specific set of mental skills that enable you to perform at your best. These include goal setting, self-regulation, emotional intelligence, and resilience. Research by Dr. Angela Duckworth has shown that grit, passion, and perseverance for long-term goals is a better predictor of success than intelligence or talent. Gritty individuals maintain their effort over years despite failure and adversity. The role of habits in success cannot be overstated. Research by Dr. Wendy Wood has shown that approximately 45% of our daily behaviors are habitual. By developing good habits, you can automate a large portion of your success. Success is also deeply connected to your sense of identity. When you see yourself as a successful person, you naturally engage in behaviors that support that identity. The environment you create for yourself also plays a crucial role. Research has shown that your physical environment, the people you spend time with, and the information you consume all influence your outcomes. Understanding the psychology of success is empowering because it shows that success is not about luck, talent, or circumstances. It is about mental habits that anyone can develop. The first step in developing a success mindset is to become aware of your current beliefs about success. Do you believe that success is possible for you? If not, it is time to challenge and change those beliefs. Self-awareness is the foundation of the success mindset. When you understand your strengths, weaknesses, values, and motivations, you can align your efforts with your authentic self. The success mindset is not something you are born with. It is something you build through deliberate practice. Every day presents an opportunity to strengthen your success mindset by choosing growth over comfort. Chapter 2, The Science of Motivation. Motivation is the fuel that drives achievement. Without it, even the most talented individuals will fail to reach their potential. But motivation is one of the most misunderstood concepts in psychology. There are two primary types of motivation: intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation comes from within, driven by internal desires like curiosity and personal satisfaction. Extrinsic motivation comes from outside, driven by external rewards like money and recognition. Research by Dr. Edward Desai and Dr. Richard Ryan has shown that intrinsic motivation is generally more powerful and sustainable than extrinsic motivation. When you are intrinsically motivated, you engage more deeply with tasks and persist longer. The three basic psychological needs identified by self-determination theory are autonomy, competence, and relatedness. Autonomy is the need to feel in control. Competence is the need to feel effective. Relatedness is the need to feel connected to others. Goal-setting theory provides another important framework. Research has shown that specific, challenging goals lead to higher performance than vague or easy goals. Goals provide direction, energize effort, and increase persistence. The concept of flow, developed by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, is a state of complete absorption in an activity. Flow occurs when the challenge is perfectly matched to your skill level. Procrastination is one of the biggest obstacles to motivation. Research has shown that procrastination is not caused by laziness but is an emotional regulation problem. We procrastinate to avoid negative emotions. Dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, plays a crucial role in motivation. By understanding how dopamine works, you can design your goals and habits to maximize motivation. Social motivation is another powerful driver. Humans are naturally motivated by the desire to gain the approval of others. This is why social accountability and peer groups are so effective. The role of sleep in motivation is often overlooked. Sleep deprivation significantly impairs motivation and performance. Even modest sleep restriction can reduce motivation dramatically. Exercise is another powerful motivational tool. Physical activity increases dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine, enhancing mood, energy, and motivation. Your environment plays a critical role in shaping motivation. If you are surrounded by distractions and negative influences, your motivation will suffer. Ultimately, motivation is about understanding what drives you, creating the conditions for optimal motivation, and developing the habits that keep you going even when motivation is low. Chapter 3, Emotional Intelligence. The hidden driver emotional intelligence, or EQ, is one of the most important factors in success. While IQ and technical skills are important, research consistently shows that emotional intelligence is a better predictor of success in most areas of life. Daniel Goleman identified 5 key components: self awareness, self regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Each plays a critical role in determining your success and happiness. Self awareness is the foundation. It is the ability to recognize and understand your own emotions, strengths, weaknesses, and motivations. Self aware individuals have a clear understanding of how their feelings affect them and their performance. Self regulation is the ability to control disruptive emotions and impulses. People with strong self regulation think before they act and create environments of trust and fairness. Motivation, in the context of emotional intelligence, refers to intrinsic motivation. Emotionally intelligent individuals are motivated by a deep desire to achieve for the sake of achievement itself. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It is essential for building strong relationships, leading teams, and navigating social situations. Social skills refer to the ability to manage relationships and build networks. People with strong social skills are good at communicating, building rapport, and managing conflict. A study by Talent Smart found that emotional intelligence was the strongest predictor of performance, explaining 58% of success in all types of jobs. 90% of top performers scored high in emotional intelligence. Leaders with high emotional intelligence are better able to understand and motivate their teams, handle conflict, and create positive work environments. Emotional intelligence is not fixed. Like any skill, it can be developed through practice and intentional effort. To improve self awareness, start a daily practice of checking in with yourself. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling this way? To improve self regulation, practice the pause. When you feel a strong emotion rising, pause before responding. Take a deep breath and count to 10. To improve empathy, practice active listening. When someone is speaking, give them your full attention and try to understand their perspective. To improve social skills, put yourself in social situations that challenge you. Join a networking group or volunteer for a leadership role. As you develop your emotional intelligence, you will notice improvements in your relationships, work performance, and overall well being. Chapter 4, The Habits of Highly Successful People. Success Leaves Clues. By studying the habits of highly successful people, we can identify patterns that contribute to their achievement and apply them to our own lives. The habit of early rising is common among many of the world's most successful people. Tim Cook wakes up at 3:45 a.m. Richard Branson wakes up at 5 a.m. Oprah Winfrey wakes up at 6 a.m. Research supports the benefits of early rising. A study by the University of Toronto found that morning people tend to be more proactive, more productive, and more satisfied with their lives. The habit of reading is another common trait. Bill Gates reads approximately 50 books per year. Warren Buffett spends 5 to 6 hours a day reading. Reading expands your knowledge and stimulates your mind. The habit of exercise is also prevalent. Research has shown that regular exercise improves cognitive function, enhances creativity, and increases energy levels. Mark Zuckerberg exercises 3 times a week. The habit of deliberate practice is central to achieving mastery. Research by Dr. Anders Ericsson has shown that expertise is not primarily a function of innate talent but of accumulated practice. The habit of journaling is common among many successful people. Journaling helps you process your thoughts, clarify your goals, and track your progress. The habit of meditation is increasingly common. Research has shown that meditation improves focus, reduces stress, and enhances creativity. Ray Dalio credits meditation as the most important reason for his success. The habit of goal setting is perhaps the most fundamental. Successful people know what they want and have a clear plan for getting there. The habit of saying no is crucial. Steve Jobs famously said that focus means saying no to the 100 other good ideas. Successful people are selective about where they invest their time. The habit of surrounding yourself with the right people is critical. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. The habit of continuous learning is essential for sustained success. The world is constantly changing, and successful people are lifelong learners. The habit of taking calculated risks is common. While they do not take unnecessary risks, they understand that growth requires stepping outside their comfort zone. The habit of maintaining a positive attitude is crucial. Research has shown that positive people are more creative, more resilient, and more effective problem solvers. Adopting these habits will not guarantee success, but they will significantly increase your chances. Start with 1 or 2 habits and commit to practicing them consistently. Chapter 5: Overcoming Fear and Self-Doubt. Fear and self-doubt are 2 of the biggest obstacles to success. They prevent you from taking action, pursuing your goals, and realizing your potential. Fear is a natural and universal human experience. The difference between those who succeed and those who do is not the absence of fear, but the ability to take action despite it. The amygdala is responsible for the fear response. When you perceive a threat, it triggers the fight or flight response, flooding your body with stress hormones. Self-doubt is closely related to fear. It is the voice that tells you that you are not good enough. It often manifests as imposter syndrome, the feeling that you are a fraud. Research has shown that imposter syndrome is surprisingly common. Approximately 70% of people experience it at some point in their lives, including famous achievers like Albert Einstein. Cognitive restructuring is a powerful technique for overcoming fear and self-doubt. It involves identifying irrational thoughts, challenging their accuracy, and replacing them with balanced thoughts. Exposure therapy is another effective strategy. It involves gradually exposing yourself to the thing you fear in a controlled and systematic way. Visualization is a powerful tool for overcoming fear. By vividly imagining yourself succeeding, you create a mental blueprint that guides your behavior and builds confidence. Positive self-talk is essential. When you catch yourself engaging in negative self-talk, consciously replace it with positive, encouraging statements. Seeking support from others can also help. Talking to a trusted friend or mentor about your fears can help you gain perspective and develop strategies. Accepting failure as part of the process is crucial. Every successful person has experienced failure, and many credit their failures as valuable learning experiences. Mindfulness meditation can help you observe your fears without being controlled by them. You learn to observe fear as a passing experience rather than a defining characteristic. Setting small, achievable goals can help build confidence. Each small success builds momentum and confidence for larger challenges. Physical exercise is a surprisingly effective strategy for overcoming fear. Research has shown that exercise reduces anxiety and increases self-confidence. The key to overcoming fear and self-doubt is consistent action. You do not need to eliminate fear entirely before taking action. You simply need to act despite it. Chapter 6: The Role of Failure in Achieving Success. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary component of success. Every successful person has experienced failure, and many credit their failures as the foundation of their achievement. Thomas Edison famously failed over 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. He said, I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that will not work. Research by Dr. Carol Dweck has shown that how you interpret failure determines whether it leads to growth or stagnation. People with a growth mindset see failure as feedback. The fear of failure, known as atychophobia, is one of the most common fears. It can be paralyzing, preventing you from taking the risks necessary for growth. Overcoming the fear of failure requires a fundamental shift in how you define failure. Instead of defining it as the absence of success, define it as the absence of effort. Consider J.K. Rowling. Before becoming one of the most successful authors in history, she was rejected by 12 different publishers. She persisted, and her 13th publisher accepted her manuscript. The concept of failure tolerance is the ability to accept and manage failure without being overwhelmed. Research has shown that failure tolerance is a key predictor of success. One effective strategy is to start small. Start with low-stakes experiments where failure is not catastrophic. This builds your confidence and resilience over time. The post-mortem analysis is a technique used by many successful organizations. After a project, they analyze what went well, what went wrong, and what could be improved. Journaling about your failures can help you process the experience and extract valuable lessons. The role of feedback in learning from failure cannot be overstated. Successful people actively seek out feedback, even when it is uncomfortable. Mentorship is one of the most effective ways to learn from failure. A mentor can provide perspective, advice, and encouragement. The growth mindset is the ultimate antidote to the fear of failure. When you believe your abilities can be developed, failure becomes a stepping stone. Learning to separate your identity from your failures is crucial. You are not your failures. You are the person learning and growing from them. The most successful people are not those who never fail. They are those who fail the most and learn the most from their failures. Chapter 7. Building confidence and self-belief. Confidence is the belief in your ability to succeed. It is one of the most important qualities for success in any area of life. Confident people take more risks and persist longer in the face of difficulties. Self-efficacy, developed by Albert Bandura, is closely related to self-belief. Research has shown that self-efficacy is one of the strongest predictors of performance and achievement. Bandura identified 4 sources of self-efficacy. The first and most powerful is mastery experiences. When you successfully complete a task, you build confidence in your ability to handle similar tasks. The second source is vicarious experiences. When you see someone similar to you succeed, it increases your belief that you can also succeed. The third source is social persuasion. When others believe in you and encourage you, it strengthens your own belief in yourself. The fourth source is physiological and emotional states. When you feel calm and positive, you are more likely to believe in your ability to succeed. One of the most effective strategies for building confidence is to take action. Confidence does not come before action. It comes from action. Setting and achieving small goals is another powerful strategy. When you set a goal and achieve it, you create evidence of your competence. The power of preparation in building confidence cannot be overstated. When you are well prepared, you naturally feel more confident. Visualization is a scientifically validated technique for building confidence. When you vividly imagine yourself succeeding, you create a mental blueprint that guides your behavior. The way you carry yourself affects your confidence. Research by Dr. Amy Cuddy has shown that adopting confident body language can increase feelings of confidence. Positive self-talk is essential for building confidence. The way you talk to yourself shapes your self-image and beliefs about your abilities. Keeping a success journal is a powerful tool. Each day, write down 3 things you did well. Over time, this becomes a tangible record of your competence. Surrounding yourself with confident, supportive people is another important strategy. The people around you influence your self-image. The relationship between confidence and competence is reciprocal. Competence builds confidence, and confidence enables you to develop competence. It is a virtuous cycle. Chapter 8. Strategic thinking and decision-making. Success is not just about working hard. It is about working smart. Strategic thinking and effective decision-making are essential skills for achieving your goals. Strategic thinking involves looking at the big picture, identifying long-term objectives, and developing plans to achieve them. It requires the ability to see patterns and anticipate trends. The Pareto principle suggests that approximately 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. By focusing on the most impactful tasks, you can maximize your effectiveness. Confirmation bias is one of the most common cognitive biases. It is the tendency to seek out information that confirms your existing beliefs while ignoring contradictory evidence. To counteract confirmation bias, actively seek out information that challenges your assumptions. Consider alternative perspectives and ask, what evidence would change my mind? The sunk cost fallacy is another common bias. It is the tendency to continue investing because of resources already invested, even when the investment is not paying off. Research by Daniel Kahneman has shown that we have two systems of thinking. System 1 is fast and emotional. System 2 is slow and logical. For important decisions, engage System 2. The pre-mortem technique involves imagining that a decision has already failed and working backward to identify what could have gone wrong. Scenario planning involves developing multiple scenarios for the future and preparing plans for each. This approach helps you prepare for uncertain futures. Second-order thinking involves considering the subsequent effects of the decision beyond the immediate consequences. This deeper level of thinking leads to better long-term decisions. Decisiveness is critical. Research has shown that people who make decisions quickly and confidently tend to be more successful than those who agonize over every choice. The 80% rule suggests making a decision when you have approximately 80% of the information you need. Waiting for complete information can lead to missed opportunities. Implementing decisions effectively is just as important as making good decisions. Developing strong execution habits is essential for turning decisions into results. Feedback loops are essential for improving decision making over time. After making a decision, monitor the outcomes and compare them to your expectations. Strategic thinking and decision making are skills that can be developed through practice and intentional effort. Chapter 9, Creating Success Habits and Routines. Your habits shape your life more than you realize. Research has shown that approximately 45% of our daily behaviors are habitual. By developing success habits, you can automate a large portion of your success. The habit loop consists of three components: a cue, a routine, and a reward. The cue triggers the behavior. The routine is the behavior. The reward reinforces it. Starting small is one of the most important principles of habit formation. Research by Dr. B.J. Fogg has shown that the key is making the behavior as small and easy as possible. Habit stacking involves linking a new habit to an existing one. After you pour your coffee, sit down and write for 5 minutes. The 2-minute rule states that when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. The important thing is to establish the habit first. Environment design is a powerful tool. Your environment influences your behavior. If you want to eat healthier, stock your kitchen with healthy foods. Tracking your habits maintains motivation and accountability. People who track their habits are significantly more likely to stick with them. James Clear emphasizes identity-based habits. Instead of focusing on what you want to achieve, focus on who you want to become. Morning routines set the tone for your day. Many successful people have elaborate morning routines that include exercise, meditation, and planning. Evening routines are also important. A consistent evening routine can improve sleep quality and set you up for a productive next day. The power of consistency cannot be overstated. It takes an average of 6 to 6 days to form a new habit. The key is consistency. Breaking bad habits is equally important. To break a bad habit, identify the cue, understand the reward, and find a healthier alternative. Accountability is a powerful tool for habit change. When you share your goals and commit to regular check-ins, you are more likely to follow through. The compound effect is the principle that small, consistent actions produce remarkable results. Writing 500 words a day adds up to a novel in a year. By understanding habit formation and implementing these strategies, you can create the habits that support your success. Chapter 10, The Power of Positive Thinking and Visualization. Your thoughts shape your reality. The way you think about yourself, the world, and your future influences your emotions, behaviors, and outcomes. Research by Dr. Barbara Fredrickson has shown that positive emotions broaden your awareness, build your resources, and enhance your resilience. The broaden and build theory suggests that positive emotions expand your cognitive resources, allowing you to see more possibilities and develop more creative solutions. Optimism, the expectation that good things will happen, is closely related to positive thinking. Research has shown that optimists are more successful in virtually every area of life. Dr. Martin Seligman's learned optimism theory suggests that optimism is not innate but a skill that can be learned. By changing your explanatory style, you can become more optimistic. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools for achieving success. It involves creating a vivid mental image of your desired outcome. Research has shown that visualization can improve performance in a wide range of activities. A study found that mental rehearsal produced nearly the same improvement as physical practice. Effective visualization should be vivid and detailed, include both the outcome and the process, and be positive and specific. Affirmations are statements you repeat to reinforce positive beliefs. Research has shown that affirmations can increase self esteem, reduce stress, and improve performance. Gratitude is another powerful practice. When you focus on what you are grateful for, you shift your attention away from what is lacking. Positive self talk is essential for maintaining a positive mindset. When you catch yourself in negative self talk, consciously replace it with positive statements. Your environment influences your mindset. Surround yourself with positive people, consume uplifting content, and create a physical environment that inspires you. Physical exercise is one of the most effective natural mood boosters. Even a short walk can significantly improve your emotional state. Sleep is critical for maintaining a positive mindset. Sleep deprivation impairs cognitive function and increases vulnerability to negative thinking. The connection between positive thinking and achievement is well established. Positive people are more creative, productive, and successful. Chapter 11, Long-Term Success. Sustaining achievement. Achieving success is one thing. Sustaining it over a lifetime is another challenge entirely. Many people achieve success only to lose it because they fail to adapt or grow. Adaptability is one of the most important qualities for sustaining success. The most successful people can adapt to changing circumstances and reinvent themselves. Consider Netflix. The company started as a DVD rental service, then transitioned to streaming, and now produces its own content. Each transition required adaptation. Continuous learning is essential. The knowledge and skills that got you where you are will not be enough to keep you there. Commit to lifelong learning. Legacy thinking involves considering what you want to be remembered for. This long-term perspective helps you stay focused on what truly matters. Financial literacy and management are critical. Many successful people lose their wealth because they do not understand how to manage it. Health and wellness are the foundation of sustained success. You cannot maintain high performance if your body is not functioning optimally. Relationships are one of the most important factors in sustained success. Cultivating strong, supportive relationships is essential. Giving back is an important aspect. Contributing to your community provides a sense of purpose that goes beyond personal achievement. Resilience remains important throughout your career. The ability to bounce back from setbacks is essential for sustaining success. The ability to delegate is crucial for sustained success. You cannot do everything yourself. Learning to trust others and distribute responsibility is essential. Maintaining work-life balance is important for long-term success. Burnout is one of the biggest threats to sustained achievement. Celebrating milestones along the way maintains momentum. Do not wait until you reach the ultimate destination to feel good about your progress. Self-compassion remains important. There will be times when you fall short of your expectations. Treating yourself with kindness is more effective than harsh self-criticism. The journey of building and sustaining success is one of the most rewarding endeavors. It transforms not just your performance but your character. Chapter 12, The Psychology of Achievement. Achievement is not just about what you accomplish. It is about the psychological processes that drive accomplishment. Understanding the psychology of achievement can help you unlock your full potential and achieve things you never thought possible. Dr. Benjamin Bloom, a psychologist at Northwestern University, studied 120 world-class athletes, musicians, artists, and scientists to understand what contributed to their exceptional performance. He found that in every case, the primary factors were not innate talent, but rather support from family, a motivating teacher or coach, and the development of a strong work ethic. The concept of deliberate practice, developed by Dr. Anders Ericsson, is central to understanding achievement. Deliberate practice involves focus, purposeful effort to improve specific aspects of performance with immediate feedback and repetition. It is not just about putting in hours, but about the quality and intentionality of those hours. Research by Dr. Angela Duckworth has shown that grit, the combination of passion and perseverance for long-term goals, is a better predictor of success than intelligence, talent, or socioeconomic status. Gritty individuals maintain their effort and interest over years despite failure, adversity, and slow progress. The role of intrinsic motivation in achievement cannot be overstated. When you are driven by internal rewards like curiosity, enjoyment, and personal satisfaction, you are more likely to engage deeply with your work, persist through challenges, and achieve at the highest levels. Self-efficacy, the belief in your ability to succeed, is one of the most powerful predictors of achievement. Research by Albert Bandura has shown that people with high self-efficacy set more challenging goals, put in more effort, and persist longer in the face of difficulties. The growth mindset, identified by Carol Dweck, is the belief that your abilities can be developed through effort and learning. People with the growth mindset embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, and see effort as the path to mastery. This mindset is essential for high achievement. Goal setting theory, developed by Edwin Locke and Gary Lathan, has identified several key principles of effective goal setting. Goals should be specific, challenging, and accompanied by feedback. They should also be accompanied by a commitment to achieving them and a plan for how to do so. The concept of flow, identified by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, is the state of complete absorption in an activity. Flow occurs when the challenge of the task is perfectly matched to your skill level. People who experience flow regularly are more creative, more productive, and more satisfied with their work. Achievement often requires taking calculated risks. The most successful people are not those who avoid risk, but those who take intelligent risks, learn from their failures, and persist in the face of setbacks. The role of social support in achievement is significant. Having a supportive network of family, friends, mentors, and colleagues can provide encouragement, feedback, and resources that enhance your chances of success. Resilience is essential for achievement. The path to any worthwhile goal is full of obstacles, setbacks, and failures. The ability to bounce back from these difficulties and keep moving forward is what separates those who achieve from those who do not. Time management and productivity are important for achievement. The ability to prioritize tasks, manage your time effectively, and maintain focus on your most important goals is essential for making progress and achieving results. The power of habits and achievement is significant. Research has shown that approximately 4 to 5% of our daily behaviors are habitual. By developing good habits, you can automate much of the effort required for achievement. By understanding the psychology of achievement and applying the principles in this chapter, you can unlock your full potential and achieve extraordinary things in your life and career. Chapter 13, Overcoming Obstacles and Adversity. Obstacles and adversity are inevitable parts of any worthwhile pursuit. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is not the absence of obstacles, but how they respond to them. Developing the ability to overcome obstacles is essential for achievement. The concept of antifragility, introduced by Nassim Nicholas Taleb, goes beyond resilience. While resilient systems withstand stress and return to their original state, antifragile systems actually get stronger when exposed to stress. By embracing challenges and learning from adversity, you can become antifragile. Consider the story of Abraham Lincoln, who experienced numerous failures before becoming one of the greatest presidents in American history. Lincoln lost multiple elections, failed in business, and suffered a nervous breakdown. But he persisted, learning from each setback and using his experiences to grow and improve. Reframing is a powerful technique for overcoming obstacles. It involves changing the way you think about a situation to find a more positive or constructive interpretation. For example, if you lose your job, you might reframe it as an opportunity to find a better position or start a business. Problem-solving skills are essential for overcoming obstacles. When you face a challenge, your ability to analyze the situation, identify possible solutions, and take effective action determines how quickly you overcome it. The role of creativity in overcoming obstacles is significant. Sometimes the conventional approaches do not work, and you need to think outside the box to find a solution. Creative thinking allows you to see possibilities that others miss. Support systems are important for overcoming obstacles. Having people who believe in you, encourage you, and help you when you are struggling can make a significant difference in your ability to persevere. The concept of post-traumatic growth refers to the positive psychological changes that can occur as a result of struggling with challenging life circumstances. Many people who overcome significant obstacles report increased appreciation for life, deeper relationships, and greater personal strength. Learning from failure is essential for overcoming obstacles. Every failure provides valuable information about what does not work and what to try next. The most successful people are those who fail the most and learn the most from their failures. Patience is important when overcoming obstacles. Some challenges take time to resolve, and impatience can lead to poor decisions and premature abandonment of your goals. Learning to be patient and persistent is a key aspect of mental toughness. The power of perspective in overcoming obstacles cannot be overstated. When you are in the middle of a challenge, it can seem overwhelming and permanent. But when you step back and look at the bigger picture, you often realize that the obstacle is temporary and manageable. Adaptability is essential for overcoming obstacles. Sometimes the path to your goal needs to change, and being willing to adjust your approach is a sign of strength, not weakness. Self compassion is important when facing obstacles. Beating yourself up for setbacks only makes things worse. Treating yourself with kindness and understanding after a setback helps you recover faster and maintain your motivation. The willingness to ask for help is an important aspect of overcoming obstacles. Many people struggle alone when they could benefit from the support and expertise of others. Asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. By developing these skills and attitudes, you can overcome any obstacle that stands in your way and achieve the success you desire. Chapter 14: The Social Psychology of Success. Success is not just an individual endeavor. It is deeply influenced by social factors, including your relationships, cultural environment, and the groups you belong to. Understanding the social psychology of success can help you navigate the social dimensions of achievement. Social influence plays a significant role in shaping your behavior, beliefs, and outcomes. The people you spend time with affect your attitudes, habits, and aspirations. Research has shown that you are more likely to achieve your goals if you are surrounded by people who share similar aspirations. The concept of social capital, the resources available through your social network, is an important factor in success. People with strong social networks have access to information, opportunities, and support that can enhance their chances of achievement. Conformity and social pressure can either help or hinder your success. On one hand, conforming to positive social norms, like working hard and pursuing excellence, can support your goals. On the other hand, conforming to negative norms, like settling for mediocrity or avoiding risk, can hold you back. The power of social accountability in driving success is well documented. When you share your goals with others and commit to reporting your progress, you are much more likely to follow through. This is why mastermind groups, coaching programs, and public commitments are so effective. Cultural factors also influence success. Different cultures have different values, expectations, and norms that shape how success is defined and pursued. Understanding your cultural context can help you navigate the social dimensions of achievement. The concept of emotional contagion shows that emotions are literally contagious. The people around you can influence your mood, energy, and motivation. Surrounding yourself with positive, motivated people can enhance your own positivity and drive. Leadership is a social skill that is essential for success in many areas of life. Effective leaders inspire and motivate others, create positive environments, and build strong teams. Developing your leadership skills can significantly enhance your success. Networking, the practice of building and maintaining professional relationships, is important for career success. Research has shown that a significant proportion of job opportunities are found through personal connections rather than formal applications. The role of mentorship in success is significant. Having a mentor who has experience and wisdom can provide guidance, support, and opportunities that accelerate your growth and development. Collaboration and teamwork are essential for success in many fields. The ability to work effectively with others, communicate clearly, and contribute to a shared goal is a valuable skill that enhances your chances of success. Social comparison. The tendency to evaluate yourself by comparing yourself to others can either motivate or demotivate you. Healthy comparison can inspire you to improve, while unhealthy comparison can lead to feelings of inadequacy and envy. Giving back to your community is not only a moral imperative but also a contributor to your own success. Research has shown that helping others increases your own happiness, well being, and sense of purpose. By understanding and navigating the social psychology of success, you can leverage your relationships, environment, and social skills to enhance your chances of achievement and create a more fulfilling life. Chapter 15. Advanced Motivation Strategies. Motivation is the energy that drives action. Without it, even the best strategies and skills will go unused. Understanding advanced motivation strategies can help you maintain high levels of motivation even in the face of challenges and setbacks. The concept of motivational interviewing, developed by Dr. William Miller, is a communication technique that helps people resolve ambivalence and find internal motivation for change. It involves asking open-ended questions, affirming the person's strengths, and helping them articulate their own reasons for change. Self-determination theory, developed by Edward Desai and Richard Ryan, identifies three basic psychological needs that drive motivation: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. When these needs are satisfied, motivation flourishes. When they are frustrated, motivation suffers. The role of intrinsic motivation in long-term success is critical. Extrinsic rewards like money and recognition can be effective for short-term motivation, but intrinsic motivation, driven by curiosity, enjoyment, and personal meaning, is more sustainable and leads to higher quality performance. The concept of goal gradient, identified by Clark Hull, shows that motivation increases as you get closer to a goal. By breaking large goals into smaller milestones and tracking your progress, you can maintain motivation throughout the pursuit. The Zeigarnik effect shows that uncompleted tasks occupy more mental space than completed ones. By simply starting a task, you create an open loop that your brain wants to close, which can create natural motivation to continue. Accountability systems are powerful motivation tools. When you know that someone else is tracking your progress and expecting you to follow through, you are much more likely to maintain your motivation and effort. The power of rewards and motivation is well documented. Strategic rewards, given at the right time and in the right way, can reinforce desired behaviors and increase motivation. The key is to make rewards meaningful and align with your goals. The concept of psychological safety, identified by Amy Edmondson, is the belief that you will not be punished or humiliated for speaking up with ideas, questions, or mistakes. Creating psychological safety in your teams and relationships enhances motivation and performance. The role of feedback in maintaining motivation is significant. Regular, constructive feedback helps you understand your progress, identify areas for improvement, and stay motivated. Without feedback, it is easy to lose direction and motivation. The concept of flow, where you are completely absorbed in a challenging activity that matches your skill level, is a state of optimal motivation and performance. Creating opportunities for flow in your daily life can significantly enhance your motivation and satisfaction. The power of purpose and sustaining motivation cannot be overstated. When you are connected to a deeper sense of meaning and purpose, you are more likely to maintain your motivation even when facing significant challenges. Advanced motivation strategies also include managing your energy, not just your time. By aligning your most demanding tasks with your highest energy periods, you can maximize your motivation and productivity. The combination of these advanced motivation strategies can help you maintain high levels of motivation throughout your career and life, even in the face of challenges and setbacks. Chapter 16. The Future of Success. Adapting to change. The world is changing at an unprecedented pace. Technological advancements, economic shifts, and social transformations are reshaping the landscape of success. Adapting to these changes is essential for maintaining your competitive edge and achieving your goals. The concept of the VUCA world, which stands for volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous, describes the environment in which we now live. In this environment, the ability to adapt quickly and effectively is more important than ever. Continuous learning is essential for adapting to change. The skills and knowledge that made you successful in the past may not be sufficient for the future. Committing to lifelong learning and staying curious about new developments is crucial. The rise of artificial intelligence and automation is transforming the workplace. While some jobs are being automated, new opportunities are being created. The ability to work alongside technology and leverage it to your advantage is an important skill for the future. The gig economy and non-traditional career paths are becoming increasingly common. The ability to navigate multiple careers, freelance work, and entrepreneurial ventures requires adaptability, resilience, and a diverse skill set. Emotional intelligence becomes even more important in a rapidly changing world. As technology handles more routine tasks, the uniquely human skills of creativity, empathy, and emotional regulation become more valuable. The concept of career resilience, the ability to adapt to changes in the job market, is essential for long term success. This includes developing transferable skills, building a strong professional network, and maintaining a growth mindset. Remote work and distributed teams are changing the way we work. The ability to collaborate effectively across distances, manage your time independently, and maintain productivity in a flexible work environment is increasingly important. The importance of personal branding in the digital age cannot be overstated. Your online presence, reputation, and network are valuable assets that can open doors and create opportunities. Sustainability and social responsibility are becoming increasingly important factors in success. Companies and individuals who prioritize ethical practices and environmental stewardship are gaining competitive advantages. The ability to manage information overload is a critical skill in the modern world. With so much information available, the ability to filter, prioritize, and focus on what matters is essential for making good decisions and maintaining productivity. The future belongs to those who can adapt, learn, and grow. By developing the skills and mindset outlined in this book, you can position yourself for success in an ever changing world. The key is to remain curious, flexible, and committed to continuous improvement. Chapter 17, Developing Creativity and Innovation. Creativity is the ability to generate new ideas, solve problems in novel ways, and see connections that others miss. It is a critical skill for success in the modern world, where the ability to innovate and adapt is increasingly important. Research by Dr. Teresa Anibal at Harvard Business School has shown that creativity is influenced by several factors, including intrinsic motivation, expertise, creative thinking skills, and a supportive environment. Understanding these factors can help you cultivate creativity in yourself and others. Intrinsic motivation, driven by internal rewards like curiosity and personal satisfaction, is the most powerful driver of creativity. When you are genuinely interested in and passionate about a topic, you are more likely to generate novel ideas and solutions. Expertise in a domain is important for creativity because it provides the raw material for new ideas. The more you know about a topic, the more connections you can make and the more creative your solutions can be. Creative thinking skills, such as the ability to think flexibly, generate multiple solutions, and see problems from different perspectives, can be developed through practice. Techniques like brainstorming, mind mapping, and lateral thinking can help stimulate creative thinking. A supportive environment is essential for creativity. When you feel safe to take risks, express ideas without fear of judgment, and experiment freely, creativity flourishes. Conversely, environments that are critical, controlling, or overly structured tend to stifle creativity. The concept of divergent thinking, the ability to generate multiple solutions to a problem, is a key component of creativity. Techniques like brainstorming, where you generate as many ideas as possible without judging them, can help develop divergent thinking skills. Incubation, the process of stepping away from a problem and allowing your unconscious mind to work on it, is an important part of the creative process. Many great insights and breakthroughs come during periods of rest or relaxation. The combination of focus, work, and relaxation is essential for creativity. When you are actively working on a problem, your conscious mind is engaged. But when you step away, your unconscious mind continues to process the problem, often leading to insights and breakthroughs. Exposure to diverse experiences, perspectives, and ideas enhances creativity. Traveling, reading widely, engaging with different cultures, and having conversations with people from different backgrounds can all stimulate creative thinking. The concept of creative confidence, identified by Tom and David Kelly of IDEO, is the belief that everyone is creative and that creativity can be developed. Building creative confidence is essential for unlocking your creative potential. Failure is an essential part of the creative process. Many creative breakthroughs come after numerous failed attempts. Thomas Edison famously failed over 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Learning to embrace failure as part of the creative process is essential. Mindfulness meditation has been shown to enhance creativity. By quieting the mind and reducing mental clutter, meditation creates space for new ideas and insights to emerge. The environment you create for yourself can either support or hinder creativity. Designing your workspace to include natural light, plants, inspiring artwork, and comfortable furniture can enhance creative thinking. By understanding the factors that influence creativity and developing practices that support it, you can unlock your creative potential and bring innovative ideas to every area of your life. Chapter 18: The Power of Networking and Relationship. Building your network is one of your most valuable assets. The people you know and the relationships you build can open doors, provide opportunities, and support your success in ways that nothing else can. Developing strong networking and relationship building skills is essential for achievement. Research has shown that a significant proportion of job opportunities are found through personal connections rather than formal applications. The concept of the hidden job market refers to positions that are filled through referrals and networking before they are ever publicly advertised. The strength of weak ties, a concept introduced by sociologist Mark Granovetter, suggests that acquaintances and casual connections are often more valuable for finding new opportunities than close friends. This is because weak ties provide access to information and perspectives that are different from your own. Networking is not just about collecting business cards or connections on LinkedIn. It is about building genuine, mutually beneficial relationships. The most effective networkers are those who focus on giving value before asking for it. The principle of reciprocity is important in networking. When you help others, they are more likely to help you in return. By being generous with your time, knowledge, and connections, you build goodwill and strengthen your relationships. Effective communication is the foundation of strong relationships. This includes active listening, asking thoughtful questions, expressing genuine interest in others, and being clear and authentic in your communication. Building rapport, the sense of connection and understanding between people, is important for networking. Finding common ground, mirroring body language, and showing empathy can help build rapport quickly. Follow up is essential for networking. After meeting someone new, send a follow up message within 24 hours. Reference something specific from your conversation to show that you were listening and are genuinely interested in staying connected. The concept of social capital, the resources available through your social network, is an important factor in success. People with strong social networks have access to information, opportunities, and support that can enhance their chances of achievement. Networking events, conferences, and industry gatherings provide opportunities to meet new people and expand your network. Preparing for these events by researching attendees and having conversation starters ready can make them more productive. Online networking has become increasingly important in the digital age. Platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, and industry-specific forums provide opportunities to connect with people around the world and share your expertise. Mentorship relationships are some of the most valuable networking connections. Having a mentor who has experience and wisdom can provide guidance, support, and opportunities that accelerate your growth. The concept of a personal board of advisors, a group of trusted individuals who provide guidance and support, is a powerful networking strategy. This board might include mentors, peers, and colleagues with diverse expertise and perspectives. Networking is a long-term investment. The relationships you build today may not pay off immediately, but over time, they can provide significant returns in the form of opportunities, support, and collaboration. By developing your networking and relationship building skills, you can create a powerful support system that enhances your success in every area of your life. Chapter 19: The Ethics of Success. Success without ethics is hollow. Achieving your goals at the expense of others or your own integrity is not true success. Developing a strong ethical framework is essential for sustainable, meaningful achievement. The concept of ethical leadership involves leading with integrity, fairness, and respect for others. Research has shown that ethical leaders are more effective, more trusted, and more successful in the long term than those who prioritize results over principles. The golden rule, treat others as you would like to be treated, is a simple but powerful ethical principle. By treating others with respect, fairness, and compassion, you build trust and strengthen your relationships. Integrity, the alignment between your values and your actions, is the foundation of ethical success. When you act with integrity, you build trust, earn respect, and create a reputation that opens doors and creates opportunities. The concept of corporate social responsibility involves businesses contributing to the well being of society and the environment. Companies that prioritize social responsibility tend to have more engaged employees, stronger customer loyalty, and better long term financial performance. Ethical decision making involves considering the impact of your decisions on others and choosing the option that is most fair, just, and beneficial. This requires empathy, critical thinking, and a commitment to doing the right thing even when it is difficult. The concept of win win solutions, where all parties benefit, is an important ethical principle. By seeking outcomes that benefit everyone involved, you build stronger relationships and create sustainable success. Transparency, the practice of being open and honest in your dealings, is an important aspect of ethical success. When you are transparent, you build trust and create an environment where others feel safe to be open and honest as well. The concept of purpose driven success involves pursuing goals that contribute to something larger than yourself. When your success is connected to a larger purpose, it becomes more meaningful and sustainable. Ethical marketing and business practices involve being honest about your products and services, treating customers fairly, and avoiding manipulative tactics. Companies that practice ethical marketing build stronger customer relationships and better long term reputations. The concept of work life balance is an ethical issue as well as a practical one. Creating environments where people can balance their professional and personal lives is an ethical responsibility of organizations and leaders. Environmental sustainability is an increasingly important ethical consideration. Making choices that minimize your environmental impact and contribute to a sustainable future is both an ethical imperative and a smart business strategy. The practice of giving back through philanthropy, volunteering, or other forms of contribution is an important aspect of ethical success. Using your resources and influence to make a positive difference in the world enriches both your life and the lives of others. By committing to ethical principles in your pursuit of success, you create a foundation of integrity and trust that supports sustainable achievement and meaningful fulfillment. Chapter 20, The Role of Passion and Success. Passion is the intense enthusiasm and desire that drives you to pursue your goals. It is the fuel that sustains your motivation when the initial excitement fades and the work becomes difficult. Understanding the role of passion and success and learning to cultivate it is essential for achieving your full potential. Research by Dr. Robert Valleran has distinguished between two types of passion: harmonious passion and obsessive passion. Harmonious passion involves engaging in an activity because you genuinely enjoy it and find it meaningful. Obsessive passion involves engaging in an activity because you feel compelled to, often at the expense of other areas of your life. Harmonious passion is associated with greater well being, better relationships, and more sustainable success. Obsessive passion, on the other hand, is associated with burnout, conflict, and reduced life satisfaction. The goal is to develop harmonious passion that enriches your life rather than consuming it. Passion and purpose are closely related. When you are passionate about something that is also meaningful and aligned with your values, you create a powerful combination that drives extraordinary achievement. Finding this intersection is one of the most important quests in life. The concept of ikigai from Japanese culture provides a useful framework for finding your passion. Ikigai is the intersection of what you love, what you are good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. Finding your ikigai gives you a clear sense of direction and purpose. Research has shown that passion is not something you find but something you develop. By engaging in an activity, learning more about it, and seeing how it connects to your values and identity, you can develop passion over time. The relationship between passion and flow is significant. When you are engaged in an activity that you are passionate about and that matches your skill level, you are more likely to experience flow, a state of complete absorption and optimal performance. Passion enhances creativity and innovation. When you are genuinely interested in and excited about a topic, you are more likely to generate novel ideas and solutions. Passion provides the energy and persistence needed for creative breakthroughs. The role of passion in overcoming obstacles is crucial. When you are passionate about something, you are more likely to persist in the face of difficulties. Passion provides the motivation and resilience needed to push through setbacks and keep moving forward. Passion influences others. When you are passionate about something, your enthusiasm is contagious. It inspires and motivates the people around you, creating a positive and productive environment. The concept of passion projects, activities that you pursue for the love of it rather than for external rewards, can be a source of deep satisfaction and fulfillment. These projects provide an outlet for your creativity and passion, enriching your life and supporting your well being. Balancing passion with other life responsibilities is important. While passion is essential for success, it should not come at the expense of your health, relationships, or other important areas of your life. Finding a balance between passion and responsibility is key to sustainable success. The journey of discovering and cultivating your passion is itself rewarding. The process of exploration, learning, and growth can be deeply satisfying, regardless of the outcomes. Embrace the journey and enjoy the process of discovering what truly excites you. By understanding and cultivating passion, you create a powerful force that drives your success and fulfillment. Passion is not just a nice to have. It is an essential ingredient for a life of meaning, purpose, and extraordinary achievement. Chapter 21: The Psychology of Habits and Behavior Change. Understanding the psychology of habits and behavior change is essential for developing self-discipline and achieving your goals. Habits are the automatic behaviors that account for approximately 45% of our daily actions. By understanding how habits work, you can develop strategies for building good habits and breaking bad ones. The habit loop, identified by MIT researchers, consists of three components: a cue, a routine, and a reward. The cue triggers the behavior, the routine is the behavior itself, and the reward reinforces the behavior and makes it more likely to be repeated. Charles Duhigg, in his book The Power of Habit, explains that the key to changing a habit is not to eliminate the old habit but to replace it with a new one that provides a similar reward. This approach is more effective than trying to simply stop a bad habit. The role of cues in habit formation is critical. Cues can be environmental, emotional, temporal, or social. Understanding what triggers your habits allows you to design your environment and routines to support positive behaviors. Rewards are essential for habit reinforcement. The reward is the positive outcome that follows the behavior and makes it more likely to be repeated. Choosing rewards that are meaningful and satisfying is important for building and maintaining habits. The concept of habit stacking, where you link a new habit to an existing one, leverages the neural pathways of established habits to make new habits easier to form. For example, if you already have a habit of drinking coffee every morning, you might stack a new habit of journaling onto it. The 2-minute rule, popularized by James Clear, states that when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. This reduces the resistance to starting and makes it easier to establish the habit. Environment design is one of the most powerful tools for behavior change. By arranging your environment to support positive behaviors and reduce negative ones, you can significantly increase your chances of success. The concept of identity-based habits, where you focus on who you want to become rather than what you want to achieve, creates a deeper motivation for behavior change. When your habits are aligned with your identity, they feel natural rather than forced. The role of social influence in habit formation is significant. The people around you influence your habits more than you realize. Surrounding yourself with people who have the habits you want to develop can help you adopt those habits more easily. The concept of temptation bundling, where you pair an activity you need to do with an activity you enjoy, can make habit formation more enjoyable and sustainable. The power of small wins in behavior change is significant. Each small success builds confidence and momentum, making it easier to take on larger challenges. Focus on making small improvements every day. The role of accountability in behavior change is important. When you share your habit goals with others and commit to regular check-ins, you are much more likely to follow through. By understanding the psychology of habits and behavior change, you can develop effective strategies for building good habits and breaking bad ones. This understanding is essential for developing self-discipline and achieving your goals. Chapter 22, Mastering Time Management for Success. Time is your most valuable and non-renewable resource. How you manage your time directly affects your productivity, success, and quality of life. Mastering time management is essential for achieving your goals and maintaining balance in your life. The concept of time management has evolved significantly over the years. Early approaches focused on efficiency, doing more in less time. Modern approaches emphasize effectiveness, doing the right things rather than just doing things quickly. The Eisenhower matrix, which divides tasks into four categories based on urgency and importance, is a powerful tool for prioritizing. Important and urgent tasks should be done immediately. Important but not urgent tasks should be scheduled. Urgent but not important tasks should be delegated. And tasks that are neither important nor urgent should be eliminated. The Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule, suggests that approximately 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. By identifying and focusing on the most impactful tasks, you can maximize your effectiveness. The concept of deep work, popularized by Cal Newport, involves focusing without distraction on cognitively demanding tasks. In our age of constant distraction, the ability to engage in deep work is becoming increasingly rare and increasingly valuable. Time blocking, the practice of scheduling specific blocks of time for specific tasks, is an effective strategy for managing your time. By assigning dedicated time to your most important tasks, you ensure that they get the attention they deserve. The concept of energy management, as opposed to time management, involves aligning your most demanding tasks with your highest energy periods. By working on important tasks when your energy is highest, you can maximize your productivity and effectiveness. The practice of batching, where you group similar tasks together and complete them in a single block, can reduce the cognitive cost of switching between tasks and improve your efficiency. The power of saying no in time management cannot be overstated. Every time you say yes to something that does not align with your priorities, you are saying no to something that does. Learning to protect your time is essential for effective time management. The role of routines and habits in time management is significant. When you turn positive behaviors into habits, they become automatic and require less time and energy to maintain. Technology can be a powerful tool for time management, but it can also be a major distraction. Using apps and tools that help you stay focused, track your time, and manage your tasks can enhance your productivity. The importance of rest and recovery in time management is often overlooked. Taking regular breaks, getting adequate sleep, and maintaining work-life balance are essential for sustaining productivity over the long term. The concept of strategic procrastination, delaying non-urgent tasks to focus on more important ones, can be an effective time management strategy. Not everything needs to be done immediately, and prioritizing is key. By mastering time management, you can increase your productivity, reduce stress, and create more time for the things that matter most. Effective time management is not about doing more. It is about doing what matters most with the time you have. Chapter 23, The Power of Resilience and Achieving Success. Resilience is the ability to recover quickly from difficulties and keep moving forward in the face of adversity. It is one of the most important qualities for achieving success because the path to any worthwhile goal is full of obstacles, setbacks, and failures. Without resilience, even the most talented and well-prepared individuals will give up when things get tough. Research by Dr. Martin Seligman, the founder of positive psychology, has shown that resilience is not a fixed trait but a set of skills and habits that can be developed. His learned helplessness theory demonstrates that people can learn to be resilient by changing their explanatory style, the way they explain good and bad events to themselves. The concept of post-traumatic growth, identified by Dr. Richard Tedeschi and Dr. Lawrence Calhoun, refers to the positive psychological changes that can occur as a result of struggling with challenging life circumstances. Many people who overcome significant challenges report increased appreciation for life, deeper relationships, greater personal strength, and a more meaningful life. Consider the story of Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison before becoming the president of South Africa. Despite the immense hardship he endured, Mandela emerged with a commitment to forgiveness and reconciliation that transformed his country. His resilience is one of the most inspiring examples in modern history. The role of social support in resilience is significant. Research has consistently shown that people with strong social support networks are more resilient, recover faster from setbacks, and live longer, healthier lives. Having people who believe in you, encourage you, and help you when you are struggling makes a tremendous difference. Purpose and meaning are powerful drivers of resilience. When you have a clear sense of why you are doing what you are doing, you can endure almost any hardship. Viktor Frankl, who survived the Holocaust, argued that the ability to find meaning in suffering is the key to survival. The concept of mental contrasting, developed by Dr. Gabrielle Oettingen, involves vividly imagining your desired outcome and then identifying the obstacles that stand in your way. This technique has been shown to increase goal attainment by preparing you mentally for the challenges ahead. Self efficacy, the belief in your ability to succeed, is closely linked to resilience. People with high self efficacy are more likely to persevere in the face of difficulties because they believe in their ability to overcome them. This belief can be developed through mastery experiences, vicarious experiences, social persuasion, and managing your emotional states. The role of optimism and resilience is significant. Optimists tend to see setbacks as temporary and specific rather than permanent and pervasive. This optimistic explanatory style helps them recover more quickly from adversity. Physical fitness supports resilience. Regular exercise reduces stress, improves mood, and increases energy levels. Research has shown that physical fitness is correlated with greater resilience and psychological well being. The concept of emotional agility, identified by Dr. Susan David, involves being flexible with your thoughts and feelings so that you can respond effectively to changing situations. Emotional agility is a key component of resilience because it allows you to adapt to adversity without being overwhelmed. The practice of gratitude during difficult times can enhance resilience. When you focus on what you are grateful for, you shift your attention away from your problems and toward the positive aspects of your life. This balanced perspective helps you maintain hope and motivation. The concept of antifragility, introduced by Nassim Nicholas Taleb, goes beyond resilience. While resilient systems withstand stress and return to their original state, antifragile systems actually get stronger when exposed to stress. By embracing challenges and learning from adversity, you can become antifragile. Building resilience is a lifelong process, not a one time event. By consistently developing the skills and habits that support resilience, you create a foundation of strength that enables you to achieve your goals and navigate the inevitable challenges along the way. Chapter 24: The Psychology of Wealth and Abundance. Your beliefs about money and wealth have a profound impact on your financial outcomes. The psychology of wealth involves understanding how your mindset, attitudes, and behaviors influence your ability to create and maintain financial abundance. The scarcity mindset, the belief that there is never enough, leads to fear, anxiety, and poor financial decisions. People with a scarcity mindset tend to hoard money, avoid risks, and miss opportunities. They focus on what they lack rather than what they have. The abundance mindset, the belief that there are enough resources and opportunities for everyone, leads to generosity, creativity, and better financial decisions. People with an abundance mindset tend to invest in themselves and others, take calculated risks, and seize opportunities. Research by Dr. Thomas Jelovich has shown that experiences bring more lasting happiness than material possessions. People who spend money on experiences like travel, learning, and social activities tend to be happier than those who spend on material goods. The concept of financial self efficacy, the belief in your ability to manage money effectively and achieve financial goals, is a key predictor of financial success. People with high financial self efficacy are more likely to save, invest, and make sound financial decisions. The role of financial literacy in wealth creation is significant. Understanding concepts like compound interest, inflation, diversification, and tax optimization helps you make better financial decisions and build wealth more effectively. The habit of living below your means is one of the most important financial habits. By spending less than you earn and investing the difference, you create the foundation for financial independence. The concept of multiple income streams, having more than one source of income, is an important wealth building strategy. Diversifying your income reduces risk and provides more opportunities for financial growth. Investing is essential for building wealth over time. The power of compound interest means that even small amounts invested consistently can grow into significant wealth over time. Starting to invest early and consistently is one of the most important financial decisions you can make. The psychology of spending involves understanding the emotional triggers that lead to impulse purchases. By recognizing these triggers and developing strategies to manage them, you can make more conscious and effective spending decisions. The concept of value based spending involves aligning your spending with your values. By spending money on things that are truly important to you and cutting back on things that are not, you can maximize your satisfaction and financial well being. The role of insurance and risk management in wealth protection is important. Protecting your assets against unexpected events ensures that your wealth is preserved and can continue to grow. Philanthropy and giving are important aspects of wealth. Using your resources to make a positive difference in the world enriches both your life and the lives of others. Research has shown that giving increases happiness and life satisfaction. By developing a healthy psychology of wealth and abundance, you can create the financial outcomes you desire. This involves cultivating an abundance mindset, developing financial literacy, building good financial habits, and aligning your spending with your values. Chapter 25: The Role of Environment and Success. Your environment has a profound influence on your thoughts, behaviors, and outcomes. The people you spend time with, the spaces you inhabit, and the information you consume all shape your success. Understanding and designing your environment is a critical aspect of achieving your goals. Social environment is one of the most powerful influences on your success. The people you spend time with affect your attitudes, habits, and aspirations. Research has shown that you are more likely to achieve your goals if you are surrounded by people who share similar aspirations. The physical environment also affects your performance. Cluttered, chaotic spaces can increase stress and impair cognitive function. Clean, organized, inspiring spaces can enhance focus and creativity. Designing your physical environment to support your goals is an important strategy. The concept of choice architecture, developed by Richard Thaler and Cass Sunstein, involves designing environments that make it easier for people to make better choices. You can apply this concept to your own life by making positive behaviors easier and negative behaviors harder. Nature exposure has significant benefits for performance. Research has shown that spending time in nature reduces stress, improves attention, and enhances creativity. Even brief exposure to natural environments can have measurable effects on your performance. The information environment you create for yourself is also important. The books you read, the podcasts you listen to, and the news you watch all influence your thoughts and beliefs. Being intentional about your information diet is crucial for success. Lighting affects performance and mood. Natural light is ideal for maintaining healthy circadian rhythms and optimizing cognitive function. If natural light is limited, full spectrum artificial lighting can help. Sound environment matters too. Some people work best in silence, while others prefer background noise. Research has shown that moderate ambient noise can enhance creativity, while loud or unpredictable noise can impair concentration. Designing your digital environment is increasingly important. The notifications, apps, and websites you interact with can either support or undermine your goals. Removing distractions and setting up your digital tools to support productivity is essential. The concept of environment design involves intentionally arranging your physical and digital spaces to support your goals. This might mean creating a dedicated workspace, removing temptations, or setting up systems that make positive behaviors easier. Travel and new experiences can stimulate your brain and promote growth. Exposing yourself to new cultures, environments, and perspectives keeps your mind flexible and adaptable. Creating a supportive social environment involves surrounding yourself with people who inspire, challenge, and support you. It also means setting boundaries with people who drain your energy or undermine your goals. By being intentional about your environment, you can create conditions that support your success. Your environment is not just a backdrop for your life. It is an active participant in shaping who you are and who you become. Chapter 26: The Psychology of Persuasion and Influence. Understanding the psychology of persuasion and influence is essential for success in business, relationships, and life. The ability to communicate effectively, build rapport, and influence others is a valuable skill that can open doors and create opportunities. Dr. Robert Cialdini. A psychologist at Arizona State University identified 6 principles of influence: reciprocity, commitment and consistency, social proof, authority, liking, and scarcity. These principles are based on extensive research and are widely used in marketing, sales, and leadership. Reciprocity is the tendency to feel obligated to return favors. When you do something nice for someone, they feel compelled to do something nice for you. This principle can be used ethically to build relationships and create goodwill. Commitment and consistency is the tendency to want to be consistent with what you have previously said or done. Once people make a commitment, they are more likely to follow through. This principle is why getting small commitments can lead to bigger ones. Social proof is the tendency to look to others for guidance on how to behave. When people see that others are doing something, they are more likely to do it themselves. This principle is why testimonials, reviews, and social media followers are so powerful. Authority is the tendency to defer to experts and people in positions of power. Establishing yourself as an authority in your field can significantly enhance your influence. Liking is the tendency to be more easily influenced by people we like. Building rapport, finding common ground, and being genuine can enhance your likability and influence. Scarcity is the tendency to place higher value on things that are rare or limited. Creating a sense of urgency or exclusivity can enhance the perceived value of your products, services, or ideas. The art of communication is central to persuasion. Being able to articulate your ideas clearly, listen actively, and adapt your message to your audience are essential skills for effective influence. Storytelling is a powerful persuasion tool. Stories engage emotions, create connection, and make ideas memorable. Learning to tell compelling stories can significantly enhance your influence. The concept of framing, how you present information, can significantly influence how it is received. By framing your message in a way that resonates with your audience, you can increase its persuasive power. Ethical persuasion involves using these principles to help others make decisions that are genuinely in their best interest. Manipulation, on the other hand, involves using these principles to benefit yourself at the expense of others. By understanding and applying the principles of persuasion and influence ethically, you can enhance your communication, build stronger relationships, and achieve greater success in all areas of your life. Chapter 27: The Psychology of Goal Achievement. Goal achievement is the process of setting objectives and working systematically toward their accomplishment. Understanding the psychology behind goal achievement can help you set better goals, stay motivated, and overcome the obstacles that stand in your way. Research by Dr. Edwin Locke and Dr. Gary Latham has consistently shown that specific, challenging goals lead to higher performance than vague or easy goals. Their goal setting theory identifies several key principles, including clarity, challenge, commitment, feedback, and task complexity. The SMART goal framework provides a structured approach to goal setting. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Using this framework ensures that your goals are well defined and actionable. The concept of implementation intentions, studied by Dr. Peter Gollwitzer, involves creating specific if-then plans for how you will pursue your goals. Research has shown that implementation intentions can double or triple the likelihood of goal attainment. The role of feedback in goal achievement is significant. Regular feedback helps you understand your progress, identify areas for improvement, and adjust your approach as needed. Without feedback, it is easy to lose direction and motivation. The concept of goal gradient shows that motivation increases as you get closer to a goal. By breaking large goals into smaller milestones and tracking your progress, you can maintain motivation throughout the pursuit. The role of self-efficacy in goal achievement is critical. People with high self-efficacy set more challenging goals, put in more effort, and persist longer in the face of difficulties. This belief in your ability to succeed can be developed through mastery experiences, vicarious experiences, and social persuasion. Obstacle planning, or mental contrasting, involves identifying potential obstacles and planning how to overcome them. Research has shown that people who engage in obstacle planning are more likely to achieve their goals. The power of accountability in goal achievement is well documented. When you share your goals with others and commit to regular check-ins, you are much more likely to follow through. Celebrating small wins along the way is important for maintaining motivation. Research has shown that recognizing progress, Even small progress is one of the most important factors in maintaining motivation. The role of habits in goal achievement is significant. By developing habits that support your goals, you can automate much of the effort required for achievement. Resilience is essential for goal achievement. The path to any worthwhile goal is full of obstacles, setbacks, and failures. The ability to bounce back from these difficulties and keep moving forward is what separates those who achieve from those who do not. By understanding the psychology of goal achievement and applying evidence based strategies, you can significantly increase your chances of achieving your goals and creating the life you want. Chapter 28: The Power of Mentorship and Coaching. Mentorship and coaching are powerful tools for personal and professional development. Having a mentor or coach who has experience and wisdom can accelerate your growth, provide valuable perspective, and help you avoid common pitfalls. A mentor is someone who has achieved what you want to achieve and can share their knowledge, experience, and guidance. Research has consistently shown that mentored individuals are more satisfied, more productive, and more likely to advance in their careers. The concept of social learning, identified by Albert Bandura, suggests that we learn not just from our own experiences, but also from observing others. Mentors provide a model of success that you can learn from and emulate. The benefits of mentorship extend beyond career success. Mentors can provide emotional support, help you navigate personal challenges, and offer perspective that enhances your overall well being. Finding the right mentor involves identifying someone whose experience, values, and style align with your needs and goals. The best mentor mentee relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, and genuine connection. Coaching, which is more structured and goal focused than mentorship, can also be highly effective. Coaches help you clarify your goals, identify obstacles, develop strategies, and stay accountable. Research has shown that coaching can significantly improve performance, leadership skills, and life satisfaction. The combination of expert guidance, accountability, and support makes coaching a powerful tool for growth. The concept of the zone of proximal development, identified by Lev Vygotsky, describes the gap between what you can do independently and what you can do with guidance. A good mentor or coach operates in this zone, providing just enough support to help you grow without doing the work for you. Peer mentoring, where people at similar levels support each other's development, is another valuable approach. Peer mentors understand your challenges and can provide empathy, encouragement, and practical advice. The role of feedback in mentorship and coaching is critical. Regular, constructive feedback helps you understand your strengths and weaknesses and provides direction for improvement. The relationship between mentor and mentee is a two-way street. Mentors also benefit from the relationship by gaining fresh perspectives, developing leadership skills, and experiencing the satisfaction of helping others grow. By seeking out mentors and coaches and investing in these relationships, you can accelerate your development, avoid common mistakes, and achieve your goals more effectively. The guidance and support of experienced individuals is one of your most valuable assets. Chapter 29: The Power of Networking and Social Capital. Your network is one of your most valuable assets. The people you know and the relationships you build can open doors, provide opportunities, and support your success in ways that nothing else can. Research has shown that a significant proportion of job opportunities are found through personal connections rather than formal applications. The hidden job market refers to positions that are filled through referrals and networking before they are ever publicly advertised. The strength of weak ties, introduced by Mark Granovetter, suggests that acquaintances and casual connections are often more valuable for finding new opportunities than close friends. This is because weak ties provide access to information and perspectives that are different from your own. Networking is not just about collecting business cards or connections. It is about building genuine, mutually beneficial relationships. The most effective networkers are those who focus on giving value before asking for it. The principle of reciprocity is important in networking. When you help others, they are more likely to help you in return. By being generous with your time, knowledge, and connections, you build goodwill and strengthen your relationships. Effective communication is the foundation of strong relationships. This includes active listening, asking thoughtful questions, expressing genuine interest in others, and being clear and authentic in your communication. Building rapport, the sense of connection and understanding between people, is important for networking. Finding common ground, mirroring body language, and showing empathy can help build rapport quickly. Follow-up is essential for networking. After meeting someone new, send a follow-up message within 24 hours. Reference something specific from your conversation to show that you were listening. The concept of social capital, the resources available through your social network, is an important factor in success. People with strong social networks have access to information, opportunities, and support that can enhance their chances of achievement. Networking events, conferences, and industry gatherings provide opportunities to meet new people and expand your network. Preparing for these events by researching attendees and having conversation starters ready can make them more productive. Online networking has become increasingly important in the digital age. Platforms like LinkedIn and industry-specific forums provide opportunities to connect with people around the world and share your expertise. Mentorship relationships are some of the most valuable networking connections. Having a mentor who has experience and wisdom can provide guidance, support, and opportunities that accelerate your growth. The concept of a personal board of advisors, a group of trusted individuals who provide guidance and support, is a powerful networking strategy. This board might include mentors, peers, and colleagues with diverse expertise. By developing your networking and relationship building skills, you can create a powerful support system that enhances your success in every area of your life. Chapter 30: The Role of Creativity in Success. Creativity is the ability to generate new ideas, solve problems in novel ways, and see connections that others miss. It is a critical skill for success in the modern world, where the ability to innovate and adapt is increasingly important. Research by Dr. Teresa Anibal has shown that creativity is influenced by several factors, including intrinsic motivation, expertise, creative thinking skills, and a supportive environment. Intrinsic motivation, driven by internal rewards like curiosity and personal satisfaction, is the most powerful driver of creativity. Expertise in a domain is important for creativity because it provides the raw material for new ideas. The more you know about a topic, the more connections you can make. Creative thinking skills, such as the ability to think flexibly and generate multiple solutions, can be developed through practice. A supportive environment is essential for creativity. When you feel safe to take risks and express ideas without fear of judgment, creativity flourishes. The concept of divergent thinking, the ability to generate multiple solutions to a problem, is a key component of creativity. Incubation, the process of stepping away from a problem, is an important part of the creative process. Many great insights come during periods of rest. Exposure to diverse experiences enhances creativity. Traveling, reading widely, and engaging with different cultures can stimulate creative thinking. Failure is an essential part of the creative process. Many creative breakthroughs come after numerous failed attempts. Mindfulness meditation has been shown to enhance creativity by quieting the mind and creating space for new ideas. By understanding the factors that influence creativity and developing practices that support it, you can unlock your creative potential and bring innovative ideas to every area of your life. Chapter 31: The Psychology of Resilience and Grit. Resilience and grit are two of the most important psychological qualities for success. Resilience is the ability to recover quickly from difficulties, while grit is the combination of passion and perseverance for long-term goals. Together, they form the foundation of sustained achievement. Research by Dr. Angela Duckworth has shown that grit is a better predictor of success than intelligence, talent, or socioeconomic status. Gritty individuals maintain their effort and interest over years despite failure, adversity, and slow progress. The concept of post-traumatic growth refers to the positive psychological changes that can occur as a result of struggling with challenging life circumstances. Many people who overcome significant challenges report increased appreciation for life, deeper relationships, and greater personal strength. Social support is one of the most important factors in resilience. Having people who believe in you, encourage you, and help you when you are struggling makes a significant difference in your ability to bounce back from setbacks. Purpose and meaning are powerful drivers of resilience. When you have a clear sense of why you are doing what you are doing, you can endure almost any hardship. The concept of mental contrasting involves vividly imagining your desired outcome and then identifying the obstacles that stand in your way. This technique has been shown to increase goal attainment. Self-efficacy, the belief in your ability to succeed, is closely linked to resilience. People with high self-efficacy are more likely to persevere in the face of difficulties. Physical fitness supports resilience. Regular exercise reduces stress, improves mood, and increases energy levels. The concept of antifragility goes beyond resilience. While resilient systems withstand stress, antifragile systems actually get stronger when exposed to stress. By developing resilience and grit, you create the psychological foundation for sustained success and achievement. Chapter 32: The Role of Mentorship in Achieving Excellence. Mentorship is one of the most powerful tools for achieving excellence. Having a mentor who has achieved what you want to achieve can accelerate your growth, provide valuable perspective, and help you avoid common pitfalls. Research has consistently shown that mentored individuals are more satisfied, more productive, and more likely to advance in their careers than those without mentors. The concept of social learning, identified by Albert Bandura, suggests that we learn not just from our own experiences, but also from observing others. Mentors provide a model of success that you can learn from and emulate. Finding the right mentor involves identifying someone whose experience, values, and style align with your needs and goals. The best mentor-mentee relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, and genuine connection. The benefits of mentorship extend beyond career success. Mentors can provide emotional support, help you navigate personal challenges, and offer perspective that enhances your overall well-being. Coaching, which is more structured and goal-focused than mentorship, can also be highly effective. Coaches help you clarify your goals, identify obstacles, and develop strategies for achievement. The concept of the zone of proximal development, identified by Lev Vygotsky, describes the gap between what you can do independently and what you can do with guidance. A good mentor operates in this zone. Peer mentoring, where people at similar levels support each other's development, is another valuable approach. Peer mentors understand your challenges and can provide empathy and practical advice. The role of feedback in mentorship is critical. Regular, constructive feedback helps you understand your strengths and weaknesses and provides direction for improvement. By seeking out mentors and coaches and investing in these relationships, you can accelerate your development and achieve your goals more effectively. Chapter 33: The Role of Emotional Intelligence in Achievement. Emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage your emotions and the emotions of others, is one of the most important predictors of achievement. Research has consistently shown that emotional intelligence is a better predictor of success than IQ in many contexts. Self-awareness, the foundation of emotional intelligence, enables you to understand your strengths, weaknesses, values, and motivations. This understanding allows you to align your efforts with your authentic self and make better decisions. Self-regulation, the ability to control disruptive emotions and impulses, is essential for achievement. People with strong self-regulation think before they act and make decisions based on reason rather than emotion. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is important for building strong relationships and leading teams effectively. Social skills, including communication, conflict resolution, and relationship management, are essential for navigating the social dimensions of achievement. Research by Talent Smart found that emotional intelligence explains 58% of success in all types of jobs. 90% of top performers scored high in emotional intelligence. Leaders with high emotional intelligence are better able to understand and motivate their teams, handle conflict, and create positive work environments. Emotional intelligence can be developed through practice and intentional effort. By engaging in practices that strengthen your emotional awareness, regulation, empathy, and social skills, you enhance your capacity for achievement. The combination of emotional intelligence and technical skills creates a powerful foundation for success. While technical skills get you in the door, emotional intelligence determines how far you go. By developing your emotional intelligence, you enhance your ability to achieve your goals, build strong relationships, and navigate the complexities of modern life. Chapter 34: The Role of Environment in Achieving Success. Your environment has a profound influence on your thoughts, behaviors, and outcomes. The people you spend time with, the spaces you inhabit, and the information you consume all shape your success. Social environment is one of the most powerful influences on your success. The people you spend time with affect your attitudes, habits, and aspirations. The physical environment also affects your performance. Clean, organized, inspiring spaces can enhance focus and creativity. The concept of choice architecture involves designing environments that make it easier for people to make better choices. Nature exposure has significant benefits for performance. Research has shown that spending time in nature reduces stress and enhances creativity. The information environment you create for yourself is also important. Being intentional about your information diet is crucial for success. Designing your digital environment to support your goals is increasingly important. By being intentional about your environment, you can create conditions that support your success. Chapter 35: The Role of Purpose and Achievement. Purpose is the driving force behind sustained achievement. When you have a clear sense of why you are doing what you are doing, you can endure almost any hardship and overcome any obstacle. Research has shown that people with a strong sense of purpose live longer, healthier, and more satisfying lives. Viktor Frankl argued that the search for meaning is the primary motivational force in human life. Your purpose does not have to be grand or heroic. It can be as simple as wanting to provide a good life for your family or making a positive difference in your community. Purpose provides direction, motivation, and resilience. It is the foundation upon which all other achievement is built. By connecting with your purpose and aligning your actions with it, you create a life of meaning and fulfillment. Chapter 36: The Role of Gratitude and Success. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for success. When you focus on what you are grateful for, you shift your attention away from what is lacking and toward what is abundant in your life. Research by Dr. Robert Emmons has shown that practicing gratitude regularly increases happiness, reduces depression, and improves relationships. Gratitude enhances resilience by helping you maintain perspective during difficult times. The practice of gratitude journaling is simple but effective. Each day, write down 3 to 5 things you are grateful for. Gratitude can improve your relationships by strengthening your connections and creating a positive atmosphere. By incorporating gratitude into your daily routine, you enhance your success and well being in all areas of your life. Table of Contents. Chapter 1: Understanding the Success Mindset. Chapter 2: The Science of Motivation. Chapter 3: Emotional Intelligence, the Hidden Driver. Chapter 4: The Habits of Highly Successful People. Chapter 5: Overcoming Fear and Self-Doubt. Chapter 6: The Role of Failure in Achieving Success. Chapter 7: Building Confidence and Self-Belief. Chapter 8: Strategic Thinking and Decision Making. Chapter 9: Creating Success Habits and Routines. Chapter 10: The Power of Positive Thinking and Visualization. Chapter 11: Long-Term Success, Sustaining Achievement. Chapter 12: The Psychology of Achievement. Chapter 13: Overcoming Obstacles and Adversity. Chapter 14: The Social Psychology of Success. Chapter 15: Advanced Motivation Strategies. Chapter 16: The Future of Success, Adapting to Change. Chapter 17: Developing Creativity and Innovation. Chapter 18: The Power of Networking and Relationship Building. Chapter 19: The Ethics of Success. Chapter 20: The Role of Passion in Success. Chapter 21: The Psychology of Habits and Behavior Change. Chapter 22: Mastering Time Management for Success. Chapter 23: The Power of Resilience in Achieving Success. Chapter 24: The Psychology of Wealth and Abundance. Chapter 25: The Role of Environment in Success. Chapter 26: The Psychology of Persuasion and Influence. Chapter 27: The Psychology of Goal Achievement. Chapter 28: The Power of Mentorship and Coaching. Chapter 29: The Power of Networking and Social Capital. Chapter 30: The Role of Creativity in Success. Chapter 31: The Psychology of Resilience and Grit. Chapter 32: The Role of Mentorship in Achieving Excellence. Chapter 33: The Role of Emotional Intelligence in Achievement. Chapter 34: The Role of Environment in Achieving Success. Chapter 35: The Role of Purpose in Achievement. Chapter 36: The Role of Gratitude in Success.